Good morning and welcome to our Rapattoni 201 session. My name is Robert Rodriguez. This is the follow-up to our earlier webinar, which was the 101 session. Thank you for attending. Make sure that you guys enable your audio so you can listen in. And please be aware that we are recording this webinar, which will later post in our Facebook pages as well as our Miami Realtors page under the webinar section. If you have any questions, you guys can ask via chat and stay tuned after our webinar. I will be responding to all of your questions. Once again, thank you for listening. This is our weekly webinars that we're having here at the Miami Association of Realtors. Glad you are online and ready to learn. This is our 201 session, so it's our intermediate session. What we did in the first session was basically learn how to search inside of Rapattoni, and our 201 session usually begins with our interactive map. So what I'm going to do is I'm already logged into Rapattoni. Those of you watching for the first time, wanting to know where Rapattoni is, it's simple. From your Miami dashboard, you will look for the Rapattoni logo. If you are subscribed to Rapattoni, and then you will log in. If you don't have Rapattoni, you have two options in order to get Rapattoni. Option number one would be subscribing to the Miami Platinum Plus, which is an additional $179 a year, and it gets you a bundle package which includes both Matrix and Rapattoni. It also gives you the Cloud CMA service. It gives you the upgraded version of Proxio Pro, which is the premium access, and then also the e-signature two-form simplicity. If you do not want to upgrade to the Platinum Plus and you want to use Rapattoni, well, you have an option to choose either Matrix or Rapattoni. So contact us, let us know you'd like to use Rapattoni. We'll gladly switch you over. Here we are inside Rapattoni. And like I said, we're going to start with our interactive map, which is learning everything that you need to know about the Rapattoni map. So we're going to take our mouse and we're going to go over to the searches, and we're going to go to the interactive map. Now you guys are going to notice that the map is going to open up in a desired location. This is a preset location that I have inside of Rapattoni. I will be showing you how to set your own location. So what you'll see right away on the right hand side is your search criteria, and I will close it and then practice on how to open it just to make sure you guys know how to open and close. Now on the map you will basically drag up and down, left and right, and you can zoom in or zoom out here on the right-hand side. On the lower right-hand side, you have the plus and the minus, allowing you to zoom in or zoom out. If you pick a location where you want your map to always default, you're going to go to More, and you're going to hit Set Default Map, and this will be your starting point each and every time. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to start searching on the Rapattoni interactive map. If you take a look, I'm going to zoom in on a particular section here in our Coral Gables area, and to get started. Now, on the map, you guys can draw either a radius, a free form, which is one of my favorites, a rectangle or a polygon. You guys can draw first, and then you can ask to see the results, or you can work on the criteria and then draw. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle. And we'll go ahead and draw a rectangle in this fashion right here. Click and drag, and I've now got a rectangle. Notice how I have no results. There's a highlighted feature up here called Show Results, and when I hit this, I am now seeing all the results. If I want to hide my results, I simply come back over here, Show Hide, and then we're going to go ahead and hide results, and we no longer have results. Now, by seeing the results, I immediately see here on the left that there's 88 results. Keep in mind, I have not yet selected any kind of criteria, So that's any price range, that's any property type, so on and so forth. So if I want to draw another shape, I'm going to come here, hit draw, and pretend I want to do now a radius. I'm going to stand right here, and I'm going to stretch out a 1 mile radius from that center point, and just about 1 mile. And I've got additional results over here. If I like to do a polygon, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to draw a polygon. Select the polygon, and this time I'm going to do a triangle. So stretch out a line, another one, and then here, and then come back over here and finish. And here's my triangle. And then the last drawing that I'm going to show you is going to be the freeform. The freeform is the little pencil. This one allows you to click and drag your own shape, finishing where you started off. Okay. If you wish to delete some of these shapes, all you need to do is hit edit, and then here you have all your shapes. You can delete one, or you can delete them all. Okay. Notice how when I delete it all the results are showing. This is very easily taken away simply by coming over here to where it says show hide, and then you will hit hide results. It's, in my opinion, a lot better to draw without the results than it is by showing all the results. So I'm going to go ahead and focus on an area here in Coral Gables. I'll draw a simple rectangle right here. Okay. Now, we're done drawing, so now let's go ahead and open up the criteria. The criteria is on the right-hand side. We're going to open up this criteria, and then what we've got is property type, residential. You guys can come here and you can switch to residential lease, income, commercial sale, commercial lease, land, or business opportunity. We'll keep it at residential. And then what kind of property are we looking for? So we're going to go ahead and select single family home, and then hit OK. Once we select single family home and we hit OK, now we've told the map we're looking only for houses. Now, you're looking for houses, and then what else are you going to enter? So you got your bedrooms, minimum of 3 bedrooms, bathrooms, minimum of, say, 2 bathrooms, and then price, and we're going to go ahead and put in a max of 600,000. Hit OK, no minimum. And, you work on your lot size, your year built. You don't have to put it in a city since you're already drawing. And you'll notice that I have additional features or additional criteria over here. This is simply added by selecting fields, which is right here. And then you're going to locate, say, pool. I already added pool. Let's put in, let's say, I see something here called areas. All right. Areas, select, and then hit add. Okay, and you've now added, hit save, and I just added areas to my criteria. Okay, all right, so you'll work on your criteria, and then once you're finished with your criteria, now you're ready to see your results. You're going to come here, you're going to unhide your results, and I currently have one listing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch out my shape. So how do you stretch out your shape? So we're going to hit edit, and then come over here. Okay. And we're going to stretch it out like this. See if we get more results in here. Oh yes, we got more results. All right, so now I've got more results. Now I'm able to show you exactly how this works. So if you wanted to see the list, the one-line grid, simply locate the display, which is on the upper right corner. You will switch off to one-line grid, and we are now currently looking at all of my results in a one-line grid format. If you wish to go back to the map, go back to display, hit map view, and you are now back at the map view. One-line grid, condensed, gallery. Let's take a look at the gallery view. Gallery view is it's a nice view, just to preview your properties, and it's not in a list, it's more of a gallery. I'm going to switch back to one line grid, and once again, switch back to map view. Now, if I wish to see the property from inside the map, all I need to do is click on the listing, and you'll see right here the listing for $590,000. Click on it, and on the right-hand side, you'll see all the photos open up, and you're going to see the remarks, the agent remarks, showing instructions, and the entire listing summary, including who's listing the property and their contact information. If I want to see the tax record on this property, I will click on tax, and it will open up the tax. If I wanted to add this property to my favorites, I will select the little star right here, and this will be adding it to my favorites. If I want driving directions for this property, I will hit driving directions. Okay, let's go ahead and close that out, and again, any property you wish to view, simply click on it, and then you've got your property right here. Now, if I want to select multiple properties, I'm going to go ahead and select this one, check, and it adds it to a list, which keeps track of everything you're checking. Let's go ahead and close this list out, and close here, and let's go ahead and mark this property over here. All right, we've got 2 now, and let's do one more, this one over here. Okay, we got 3. So we've got 3 properties that are checked. And what I can do now is I can actually hide all the others. It's very simple. You're going to come here, show hide, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to only the checked, and you've kept inside of your map only the properties you've checked. Right there, 1, 2, and 3. Once you have your properties checked, then you can come to your display one line grid, and you should only be viewing the 3 properties you checked. Okay, let's take you back to the map. Once inside the map, what else can we do with the checked properties? Well, we can do driving directions. So I've got 3 properties over here. You're going to come over here to where it says more, and we're going to go ahead and map. Nope, we're going to do the routing. So by doing the routing, and you see now routing 0 properties, you hit add checked. Now I've got all my 3 properties checked. And if you wanted to add perhaps a starting point, what you're going to do, what you're going to do is we're going to come over here on the left, and we're going to hit 245 Alcazar Ave. Okay, we're going to select this. There it is. And then we're going to go ahead and more routing, okay, and then add checked. Oh, we already did that. Oh, sorry. Let's bring this back over here. Add to route. There it is. Add to route. So this is our starting point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click it here, drag, and this is where we're going to start. We're going to visit this property first, this one second, this one third. You guys can switch this around. And once you've done that, then you hit get directions. And I've got now directions from Google Maps, which can very easily be sent to someone's phone by hitting send directions to your phone. And that, of course, will open up the Google Maps on the person's phone and allow them to use the GPS to get from point A to point B. All right, so that's how you would use the mapping feature or the directions feature here inside of Rapattoni. Now, if I wanted to remove this marker for 245 Alcazar, you hit remove marker, and that marker is now gone. If I come over here and I hit checked, and I want to go ahead and uncheck all, you hit uncheck all, and I'm no longer looking at any unchecked. And then show hide, and then remove checked only, and now I am basically starting from scratch. If I zoom out, you'll see that my shape is down here, and I've got my properties once again. Keep in mind that any of these properties you check, you're immediately marking them so you can see them a little later. You do not have to place an address here if you wanted to add a marker. Any marker can be added simply by focusing on a property. So for example, if I come over here and I want to focus on the center ground here of the Biltmore Hotel, I click one time and I've got a marker. And I can draw a quarter-mile radius, half-a-mile radius, or a 1-mile radius. Let's go ahead and try a half-a-mile radius. That would be a half-a-mile radius around the Biltmore Hotel. If I want to remove this radius, simply come over here to hit edit, and here's the circle. You're going to go ahead and remove the radius, and the radius is gone. And if I want to remove the marker, you come back over here, you click on the marker, and you're going to remove marker. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and hide results real quick. Hide results, and let's get rid of the rectangle feature. Wait. Let's get rid of the rectangle feature. And I'm currently looking at the map here in Coral Gables. What are some of the features that the interactive map offers you that you can benefit from? Well, those are found inside of layers. So we're going to open up layers and take a look. You've got the ability to see the parcels, the county record sales, foreclosure data. You got schools, you've got hazards, you've got transportation, you've got current MLS listings and expired listings. Let's start with county recorded sales. This is some of my favorite features of this map, and you'll shortly see why. So when I click on 0 to 3 months, it may take a little bit to populate, but once it does, what we're going to see is we're going to see properties that have sold within the last 3 months. Now, I'm not seeing anything at the moment. I don't know if this is falling behind on me, but let's do 4 to 6 months. All right, so let's do this again. So 0 to 3 months and nothing's happening, but once I hit 4 to 6 months, now I've got, these are county recorded sales. 7 to 12 months, you've got up to 3 years that you can go back. Now, these are not MLS sold; these are county records. So when I hit this, you'll be able to see that this property is sold, and then you'll hit this over here, and you'll see that this property is sold certain time, date, and price range, and then realist tax information just to double check your information. Okay, so this is your county records for sales. Now, if you want to see foreclosure data, let's say foreclosure data in the last 30 days, we've got markers over here letting us know these are liens or list pendants that have been filed in the county for a property. So here we have a property that has a foreclosure. Beneficiary would be the bank that's filing the lawsuit. And of course, the trustor or Raquel Hernandez would be the person or the owner of the property. Now, you've got the ability to search up to 6 months of liens. Now, you also have the trustee auctions. Trustee auctions are properties that are already on the auction blocks, or they are scheduled to be sold in the county foreclosures. If you look over here, you've got a little mallet, and when you look, you'll see that this property has a scheduled date of July 23rd, 2018 at 10 a.m. And here's the property location, and here is who's filing the lawsuit. Now, if you wanted to see this information in tax record, you click on tax information, and Realist will open up, and Realist will also tell you the same thing, which is the property has a foreclosure recording date in 2017, and it has an auction date as well, with all the information that you are currently seeing on the map. Now, if you wanted to see a list of all the foreclosures coming up, you have here a link called Countrywide Trustee Sales, and when we click, you'll see a full list of all the properties being sold at miamidade.realforeclose.com, which is the website for county foreclosures. All right, so that would be using the layers to find foreclosures on a map. Now let's move on to schools. Schools is very important. We've got clients or customers that are looking to purchase a home near a preferred school for their children. So we're going to go ahead and start with elementary schools, and what we'll see is the boundaries. These are your school boundaries that are color coded and they're highlighted. Any home that is in this area pertains to that particular school, and all you need to do, remember, is show and then remove the hide results. And these are the listings that belong to David Fairchild Elementary School. Right over here we have Carver Elementary School, and then we have Francis Tucker Elementary School. So those are the homes that pertain to these schools. Now, if I want to study the middle schools, come back here, remove elementary, go to middle schools, and middle school zones or boundaries are a lot larger. More children get to go to these schools. And here we have South Miami Middle School with the homes in the price range. Remember that I added a criteria in the price range that my client's looking for. And then, of course, you remove middle schools and you go to high schools. And high schools are by far the largest coverage areas. And so you'll see a lot more territory, I guess, covered for each high school. Remove the schools. And what other layers we have that are important? Expired listings. So let's say expired 1 month, and all my reds right there are expired listings off of the MLS that expired within the last month. You got expired listings that you can search from 1 month to 3 months down here. Okay, let's close out the expired listings, and let's close out the layers. Another really cool feature I like is that if you wanted to measure, from one property to another or from one location to another, you guys can use this. So let's say your client is about to purchase a property here in Coral Gables, but they work in downtown Miami. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize my map. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. And let's say I want to draw from here to here. All I need to do is more, measure, in miles, start. So we're going to start right here, up here to the 836, and all the way across to what would be downtown Miami. And that is a 10-mile drive. If you see over here, we're going to go ahead and hit stop. And that's a 10.28 mile drive down the street and all the way across the 836 to downtown Miami. Now, you can also use this feature to measure in feet, not just miles. So let's zoom in on one of these properties and let's see what a parcel approximately measures. So we're going to go ahead and hit start and come here, there. So this is not in square feet, it's in linear feet. So we are going to do like a perimeter around, and we've got 333 linear feet around a particular property. Let's go ahead and hit stop, and here we go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and clear, close, and remember your measuring is right here under more, and then also measure. So these are the basic functions of your Rapattoni interactive map. We go more in depth when you guys attend the sessions here at the association. So we'll go ahead and put this around because we have a lot more to cover in our webinar this morning. Now, my next step here is to show you how to work with clients, how to save a search, and how to get the auto prospecting set up for your contacts. So we'll begin with a very basic search. We'll come here and we're going to do a standard search, and I want to do a residential, and I want to look for single family homes. Remove the backup. Let's put a price range from 400,000 to 600,000, and let's put in city of Miami Lakes. Okay. We've got 31 results. All right, so let's go ahead and hit view results. And here are my results for the city of Miami Lakes, $4 to $600,000. Now, if I want to save this property or this search, look for the save feature. So where is our save feature? Well, right up here, save. Okay, you can save as a new search, and you can also save it to a prospect. So saving as a saved search basically leaves it inside of your Rapattoni, and it does not send it to any kind of prospect. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in here, Miami Lakes. And let's put in here 400K to 600K. That would be the name of my search, and hit save. All right, says the search Miami Lakes 400 to 600K has been saved. Now, if I want to assign it to one of my clients or one of my customers, it says save as a new prospect or save to an existing prospect. If you don't have this prospect added into your system, then you can simply come here and add the prospect right now. But since I already have a prospect in the system, I can simply come here, select one of my prospects, and then add it to my prospect, hit save, okay? And then give the search a name, Miami Lakes, 400K to 600K, and then let's go ahead and hit submit. And I've now created an email or an auto email or prospecting that will be sent over to my contacts. Now, let's take a look at the default settings that I have for my contacts. That would be my next step. So come up here to where it says contacts. And let's go inside of Robert Rodriguez's contact, which is the contact I just assigned the prospect search to. So here it is, Robert Rodriguez. Let's go ahead and come in here. So once inside of Robert Rodriguez, you're going to decide how often would you like to send emails to your contacts. So you've got here auto prospecting. If you turn it on, that means it is enabled. If you want to disable the entire email service, you're going to remove the check mark, and it's no longer sending to Robert anything. Now, enabling it allows you to come here and go one by one. Send email to agent. That would be yourself. Would you like to receive email updates every time there's an update in the MLS? Daily, or every time your contact gets an email, would you like to get an email? Use prospect schedule. So as far as myself is concerned, I prefer a daily summary. And what would I like to be updated on? Price changes, status changes, and rejected listings. Now, send email to prospects. The answer would be obviously yes. And in my opinion, we should not be resending the rejected listings to our contacts, because that means that we're sending listings they previously had rejected. So we only got price changes and status changes. Now, would you like to add a CC? Yes or no? And then in which format would you like to send the email? Well, you've got two options. You've got the client portal, or you've got the report option. Keep in mind that the report option is not a portal. It's a simple link that allows them to view the report that you choose from this list. Now, if you kind of like the idea of a client portal, then you come over here where it says client portal, select it, and then you're going to choose to send them an invitation now or later. Let's go ahead and send it now. This is processing, email sent to Robert Rodriguez. Now, how often do you want these emails to go out? You've got right here, schedule auto prospecting. I've already got it set up to immediately. Let's go ahead and show you. It's starting when? It started the last time I actually added Robert to the system, which is the 5th of March. and it expires on the 5th of March of next year. You can obviously change this around if you'd like. And then immediately, daily, weekly, or monthly. All right, so immediately, obviously, it's as soon as possible. So if there are several listings added to the system in one day, it'll generate several emails to the contact. Save. Now, for the contact, I've only chosen to show them active listings, so no other statuses will be shown to the contact. You'll see down here that I've got the contact registered to a Coral Gables condo search and the previous search that we just saved called Miami Lakes 400K to 600K. You'll notice here on the left, the on-off button, both of these searches are currently turned on. That means it is active and it is being sent over to the contact. Now, if it wanted to disable one of these searches, all you would need to do is uncheck and come up here and hit save. If you want to delete one of these searches, you come over here to the right and you will hit delete, and then you will also hit save, and it would be deleting the search. Please be careful not to hit delete, because here you're actually deleting the contact themselves. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you that if I hit save, I would be deleting the Gables condos search, leaving me only with the Miami Lakes 400K to 600K search. Now, if I wanted to see the results, run. If I want to revise the criteria or view the criteria, we've got it over here. So when I hit run, I will see that there are 31 listings, and I can hit view results, and I see the results. Okay. In my client's cart, which happens to be 91 results in my client's cart. The ones that are checked, folks, if you see over here, 31 checked. The ones that are checked are the newer ones, the Miami Lakes ones. And you guys can show right here, checked only. And now we're viewing the 31 Miami Lakes properties. 91 represented the total number of properties that I had sent to my contact in the history of my contact's prospect cart. All right, so let's go home and suppose I need to pull up that search that I saved. Well, you got an option right here, which is Save Searches. And in here, I should be able to see the Miami Lakes search that I just saved right here. Pull it up. Here are my 31 properties. Now also, in my home page, I do have an option here for your Save Searches, which is one of my favorites. And if you hit Manage Save Searches, that takes you into the screen where you can see all of your searches. Now keep in mind, these are not my prospect searches. These are the searches that I saved for myself. If I want to see the prospect search, you're always going to open up your contact. So contact, prospect, and once inside of Robert Rodriguez's contacts, right here, I'll be able to see their search. Now, if you wanted to preview what the client portal looks like, inside of your contact for Robert Rodriguez, you'll see right here, preview. And this is what the client portal looks like, showing them information on the properties. Right here, we have 91 newly matched listings that I've been working on with Robert. And then it says 31 listings selected. Those are the new ones. And then actions. And I can save all 31 selected. I can select all, deselect all, reject all. So let's go ahead and save the 31 selected. All right. And let's go ahead and save, select all, and then save 25. All right. and I'm basically working with my client portal. So you'll notice that the client portal has your photo up here, and then also comments, the ability for them to run a new search, for them to pull up your contact information. Right here, they have every property they've clicked on the little heart to save. They have all the rejected properties, and then, of course, the newly matched listings. It's a very easy to navigate system. If they click on details, for example, you get to see the details to the property with the photos in a client-friendly format. So this is your client portal. Folks, remember, I got to view my client portal by going into my contacts information and then simply looking for preview. Once I find preview, then I get to see the client portal. Now, keep an eye out for your homepage, because right now, currently, this says no client portal activity. Once the client has logged in and has moved around inside your portal and perhaps clicked on favorite on one of the listings, you'll see a notification here letting you know that your client is active inside of the portal. Now, if I wish to suspend, once again, suspend the auto prospecting, but not erase the listing, the search, then we're going to come back into Robert's contact information, and we're going to suspend it simply by doing this: off, save, and no more emails will be sent over to Robert. Okay. All right. So this is how you work with your client auto prospecting. It's simple. You will set up your contact, then you'll go ahead and you do your search. You'll save your search, and you will save it to an existing prospect and let the system work for you. All right. So let's move on from contacts and prospects into your hot sheets. So a hot sheet are basic searches that you'll create for your farm areas. We have hot sheets in Matrix MLS, and we have hot sheets, of course, inside of Rapattoni. So where are the hot sheets located? Well, we go to searches, and we have a hot sheet right here. We're going to go ahead and teach you how to create a hot sheet, and it's simple. You've got date range or days back. So a date range allows you to put in a range, and days back allows you to do a max of 14 days. So let's go 7 days back. And what would I like to see in my hot sheet? I like to see new listings. I like to see back on market. I like to see price reductions. I do not want to see price increases, and perhaps I want to see expired listings. Residential, single family, put in here area 41, okay, and let's put in a price range from 250 to 500,000. Okay, so we've got 15, and then if you want to save this hot sheet, you can hit save. All right, give it a name. I'm going to call this area 41 hot sheet and homes, let's say, and then hit save. And I've now saved a hot sheet, which I can pull from my saved hot sheets now. Saved hot sheets. And here we've got area 41. When I click on it, it's giving me 7 days back of activity. I've got 5 new listings, 1 back on the market, 6 price decreases, and 3 expireds. And that's going back 7 days. I can also find my hot sheets inside of my home page in one of these customized shortcuts. If you look over here, your saved hot sheets, here's my area 41. Now, if I want to view the criteria, I've got right here, view criteria. Or if I want to revise the criteria, click over here on the little pencil, and say I want to go back 14 days. Well, it's simple. Just come here and adjust this to 14 days. Hit save. All right, save. All right. And then when I click on Area 41 hot sheet, I should have more than 15 results. Yes, I do. I have now 46 results. So I've got 14 new listings in the last 14 days, 7 back on the market, and 19 price decreases, and then 6 expireds. So, the basic functions of a hot sheet is to keep you up to date with your farm area, with the properties that you're mostly interested in, every day that you log on to Rapattoni MLS. Okay, you can have several hot sheets. You can have hot sheets for condos. You can have hot sheets for homes. You can have hot sheets for any map area if you wanted to draw a map as well. So you have many, many different hot sheets. All right. So let's go ahead and cap off our 201 session by showing you how to run a brief CMA inside of Rapattoni. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and run a search. And what I like to do a radius search. All right. So let's focus on doing a radius search. What I like to do is switch the mileage to half a mile. And then we're going to be putting in an address. So the address you're putting in is actually the subject property. So we'll put in an address like this, 1020, and then Obispo. And I've now located an address called 1020 Obispo Avenue. And there's currently 39 listings. Now, this is a house, and we are trying to find comparables for this house. So we're going to leave residential. We're going to select single family home. Now, the house has 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. So let's go ahead and put in a minimum of 3 and a minimum of 3. And then we're going to go ahead and remove active. We're going to remove backup, and we'll select close sales. When we select close sales, it automatically drops back to 6 months. Notice the date range has a starting date of July 12, 2018. That means it's going back 6 months. If you needed to switch this, perhaps you wanted to do 3 months, we'll go ahead and do April 12th, and then my results are 19 results going back 3 months. If I wanted to put in a size, structure, let's put in a minimum of 1,500 and a max of 2,500. And my results are now down to 11. So once we have those results, these are the comparables that we found from a half a mile radius around 1020 Obispo Avenue. All you need to do now is preview each and every one of them. Once you find the right comps, then select them. And there's several options you can do. There is the CMA option, which is up here. And you can run a standard CMA portrait. You can run a standard CMA landscape. You can do the 3-up comparison, or you can do the entire CMA presentation, which is a packaged presentation, which I will show you how to do. But first, let's take a look at the CMA landscape one. And let's select PDF, and let's hit go and see what we've got. So what we're getting is a summary of the 6 listings I just chose, showing you the date of sale, showing you the price per square foot, showing you the days on the market, list price, sale price, and the percent sold. So taking a look over here, sales price 664, 740, 750, 762, 785, 825, and I'm getting an average of 754,333 with an average price per square foot of $343 a square foot. Now, this was an error right here. I don't know what's going on. You've got $0 per square foot, $0 per square foot. But what I also see is that there's also 0 square footage on the property itself. So that's probably the reason why. That usually does not happen. All right. So let's go ahead and close that out. And let's run that CMA again. And this time, let's say I wanted to do the 3-up comparison. And let's hit go. And what I'm getting is my side-by-side comparisons. Go ahead, open it in a PDF format, which is up here. Let me hit refresh. All right, open in a PDF format. And I'm currently opening my 3-up comparison in a PDF. So these two really combined are a simple version of a CMA. The longer, more presentable way to do a CMA is simply selecting the CMA package. And when you select a CMA package, then you're going to hit go, and then this is where you get to create your presentation. So create a new contact, select a contact. Let's do this one for my good friend Dan Marino, and hit OK. And then we're going to go ahead and hit next step. So when we hit the next step, these are the fields that are currently selected, and these are the residential fields that are available, all right, for your CMA. You guys can remove some of the fields, you can add some custom fields, and you can add some of the fields. Now, move on to the next step, which is your subject property. Okay. Subject property address is 1020 Obispo Avenue, Coral Gables, 33134. Okay. Validate address for mapping. Valid address. Hit close. All right. Enter some of the features of the subject property. All right. We'll move on to make adjustments. If you need to make adjustments, I've got 6 listings here, which I can make adjustments to each listing. If you're not going to make adjustments, you basically will move on to perform analysis. Now, you can move on to each listing here, and you can make your adjustments on the right-hand side. So let's move on to perform analysis. And here are my analysis right there. You've got a high of 825, a low of 664, and you've got an average of 754, 333, and a sample package. All right. In my package, I've got a listing presentation cover letter. I've also got a cover letter. I've got a subject property comparison, CMA report, statistics map, agent resume, office resume, seller net sheets. So say I want to remove some of these. Well, I don't want an office resume. I also don't want an agent resume. And let's leave the listing presentation cover page, but no cover letter. All right. You guys can come over here. You can preview these. You can print these. You can revise these. All right. We'll go ahead and leave it like that. And we're ready to go. We're ready to save this. We can email it. We can print preview. So let's print preview because we're not really printing right now. All right. And what we're about to see is going to be the comparative market analysis prepared for Dan Marino. And it looks better in a PDF, so let's open it in a PDF. Currently what we're reviewing, which is the HTML format, which is not as friendly as actually viewing it in a PDF format. All right, let's take a look. So we've got the comparative market analysis, prepared for the client. Here's my information. And then here's the comparison side by side. All right. Some more information. We've got some charts. It's what makes it look like a presentation. There's your map showing the comps on the map and how they, lie in reference to the subject property. And it's a basic CMA presentation that you can use to present to your contacts. Folks, you come into class and you learn how to work on these presentations. If you take the CMA workshop class, or you come into Rapattoni 201 and you learn more about CMA presentations. Okay. Let's go ahead and close that out. And that was a quick preview on how to run a CMA inside of Rapattoni. All right, so we're nearing the end of our program. Keep in mind that there is an additional Rapattoni class, which is the 301 session. We will be hosting a 301 Rapattoni session next week. Log on to our calendar, MiamiRealtors.com. Go to the education calendar and take a look and see when we're hosting the Rapattoni 301 session. I believe that we'll be having it next Tuesday, July 17th at 9:30 in the morning right here at join.me/MiamiRealtors, and I will be your host. So looking forward to seeing you then. Let me promote the fact that we have webinars all week this week, including Matrix 101 and a Matrix 201 on Friday, 9:30 a.m. For the 101 and 11 a.m. for the 201. If you're looking to learn more about Matrix or you're just looking to review. So with that being said, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed our webinar. And please remember, we are recording this session, and later today, we'll be placing both our 101 and 201 sessions inside of our Facebook pages and our website. That's it for now. Thank you for watching. And again, thank you for being a Miami member. Goodbye.